Welcome. Welcome to the podcast, the broadcast, the vodcast. Boys and girls, welcome to the show. This is Convincing Idiots. I'm Dean.
I'm Brian.
And I am Nick. We are three friends representing three different generations, all discussing pop culture and nerd culture and all things fun that you enjoy. So that's why you're here, right? While you're at it, please be sure to check us out on Instagram at convincing_idiots, on Twitter at convincing_idiot, singular. We are also on YouTube and Facebook under Convincing Idiots. You can also get a hold of us on our email account, which is convincingidiots@gmail.com. Brian, do we have anything super to talk about today, sir?
Yes, indeed. So we started a superhero battle bracket a couple weeks ago. So if you heard that episode, first battle was Iron Man versus Wonder Woman, and we felt that Wonder Woman would beat Iron Man. So we kind of picked different superheroes at random, DC and Marvel, and just again completely random brackets. So we're going to keep discussing these as we have time, and we'll eventually get up to a ultimate battle. And again, we're not talking about fighting to the death. We're not really talking about why they're fighting. We don't care about that stuff. But we did decide, though, in our rules that the heroes would know who they're fighting ahead of time, so they would have some time to prepare if that gave them any advantage whatsoever. So they could research each other's weaknesses and powers and stuff like that if it helped them in battle. So this week we've got Captain Marvel of the Marvel Universe versus the Flash of the DC Universe. So I didn't know much about Captain Marvel. I kind of looked up a couple of things here. So Captain Marvel, Carol Susan Jane Danvers is her name.
That's a lot of damn names.
It is. These.
Why does she have so many?
I don't know. I don't know if they really. I didn't really look. I didn't get that far in my research here. But
where's the stats? Like, what the stats?
Come on.
Yeah, I don't know. I just got the name, but she.
I don't think
you've been demoted to Stat Boy. You are now Stat Boy, not Stat Man. You're Stat Boy until you earn that back.
That's fine. I'll work my way back up. So she was a colleague of a Kree superhero called Mar-Vell. I think Mar-Vell was a human and Kree hybrid type person. He's also made an appearance in the new Marvel movies, by the way. So he is coming to. I think he was in Guardians of the Galaxy. He was in that pod. If you remember, in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, there was that pod of somebody in. I think it's going to be Mar-Vell, I think. Anyhow, so this was back in 1968. She made her first appearance. And then in the comic, the story was during some battle with the Kree aliens. They had a device where it could make your imagination a reality. She was exposed to that, and since she envied Mar-Vell's powers, she became a hybrid human and Kree. So that's where she got her powers, apparently in the comics. Captain Marvel is one of the most powerful characters in the entire Marvel universe. She has superhuman strength, speed, endurance, stamina, energy absorption. She can project energy. She can fly. She has limited seventh sense powers, which is I'm not sure exactly what that is. Sorry. She has a physiology that makes her resistant to toxins and poisons. She can survive in outer space. She can fly at roughly 6 times the speed of sound. She can withstand pressure from a 92-ton weight and lift a similar force. And weaknesses, I mean, she still is a human hybrid, so some of the mental or psychological attacks she's subject to. And her power will deplete if she uses too much or fights at peak power for too long. So she gets tired.
So she has these. So she has all these powers, but
yep.
She's susceptible to psychological. A psychological situation, like if they tell her shoes are bad or her hair looks.
I mean, but aren't we all really?
Yeah, we're all subject to some of that too. If you get told, maybe if you're told you're
kicking ass, punching people. Carol, your hair is a little flat today.
Are you Are you gaining weight, Carol? And they'd be
Right.
like, man. Yeah.
Well,
So,
I just can't today. I just
I
can't.
mean, if there's a stain on your shirt, it's going to throw your vibe off, right? Or
it just might not. By the way,
Why
I
I'm
thought about
always
this.
off.
Yeah.
Could you imagine Dean with a weapon that makes your imagination a reality? I wonder what that would look like.
like
With the
that makes Dean's imagination a reality.
Yeah, if Dean
Oh,
was in
oh,
possession of a
Jesus.
weapon to make his imagination a reality. I don't
That
even know
would
what
be
that-
amazing.
Yeah.
I'd be scantily clad very often. I think.
Constantly. And you'd have an amazing set of tits.
I think we share one thing in our realities that we would be imagining.
No more leaving the house.
Yeah.
The virus could last forever. I mean, I'm fine with staying in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Quarantine mode.
that's right.
Yep.
The Flash he originated in 1940.
Not known for a great rack. Not known
No.
for a great rack.
Not
at
the
all.
Flash. Not the Flash.
Mhm.
Barry Allen was not the original Flash, but he became the Flash in I think the 60s.
Why?
Some type of laboratory accident. He was working with chemicals, and lightning struck the chemicals, and something happened and infused him with this power.
Who was
Well,
the
you-
original Flash?
Huh?
You said he was. You said Barry Allen was not the original
No,
Flash.
Jay Garrick was the original
And he was
Flash.
just a homeless man that went around with a trench coat and opening it up.
Right. Well, that was. I think that was your grandfather, Dean. Wasn't that the Harvey legacy?
That's right.
The original Flash and Barbara.
I come from a long line of flashers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So the Flash, you probably, obviously he's mastery over speed. One power of the Flash they've developed over the years, he can manipulate time itself. So he can run through. He can time travel, basically. So he enters this like speed force thing. He can travel back in time. Go ahead.
When you said he can manipulate time, I just imagine they're fighting and he's running around and he's like, haha, I got you. What do you mean you've got me? Look at your watch. It's 3 minutes off. God damn it.
Yeah.
And that's how it
Bested again.
Yeah, in the comics, his mom was killed by so that was the thing. He tried to go back to save his mom. He found this time force, and it never works out when he tries to prevent it. But they've had a whole storyline where they've had alternate realities going back in time, like Flashpoint. This thing was called. Matter of fact, I think they're going to make a Flash movie.
Yeah, I think I heard that.
Based on that storyline, which is
Flashpoint.
actually pretty good. So it's like in that alternate reality, Bruce Wayne's dad is Batman. So Bruce Wayne was killed in the alley, and his dad became Batman and stuff. So it's a whole interesting thing. But anyway, so Flash can go back
That's
in
cool.
time. Yeah. Obviously, he has super speed, superhuman agility. He can, vibrate and phase through things. So he can vibrate his hands and body so quickly he can phase through walls.
So is that why
and
the girls like him so much?
that he can phase through things?
No, because he vibrates.
The vibrating. The vibrating.
It'd probably be a pretty incredible experience to be with the Flash. Yeah.
I mean, he'd be done quick. But other than that,
Wow.
Well, then he just go back in time and try it again.
that's right. You're done already? Check your watch.
Yeah.
That's right.
Hey.
That's right. Now the Flash, it says he can run 13 trillion times the speed of light. So that's pretty quick.
Okay.
a little
Okay.
fast.
That was going to be my question when it came all down. I'm like, it's going to be a big factor in making my decision.
Absolutely.
You said Captain Marvel is 16 times quicker,
Six
faster
times.
than the
six times the speed
six
of
times.
sound.
The speed of sound.
The Flash is 13
And Mr.
trillion.
Allen is 13. Okay, so he's fast. He's going to win the race. He's going to win a race. He's way faster.
Yeah, there was a comic series. I believe he raced Superman in one of the series, and he edged out Superman in a race around the world or something like that. So he's
Okay.
the fastest being in the DC universe for sure.
Okay.
And the weaknesses.
Can you imagine him on drums? Can you imagine him on drums? Just
Yeah, it'd be a pretty incredible.
it'd be pretty fast.
It'd be one constant hum. Just
Right.
Great in a thrash band. The double bass would be.
Yes.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty good. Pretty good. For him, it'd be slow.
Right.
You know, but
yeah, Anthrax is like playing Rat Pack for him. He's just
right.
You know.
Anthrax, that's good. One thing, a cold temperatures slow him down. So, you know, one of his arch rivals in the comics, as you may know, is Captain Cold.
Is December?
Yeah, could be December, or in Northeast Ohio, it could be
April.
I don't know. It's funny. We said the same month.
Yeah.
So, and you know, and he is mortal. So, as is Captain Marvel. So they're both, you know, not gods or anything like that. So that's it. So
okay.
Any thoughts, Nick? Go ahead. Of who might win in battle?
Feel obviously upon just the Rolodex of abilities, Captain Marvel's got him beat there. She's got all these different things. But at the end of the day, when you just come down to the quickness, can't he just run away? He's faster, right?
But isn't that accepting defeat if you run away?
What if it's... Okay.
But if you're running in a straight line, and if you're that fast, and, you know, given the globe, you're going to end up on the other side.
Okay.
So maybe running away isn't necessarily running away. You're running away to be.
You're running to it, but 3 minutes faster. Okay, so he can outrun time. And back to your point, what if he just like keeps running around till he's like 3 seconds before her every move, and he just bam, bam, bam.
But all right, well, here's a question on his powers.
Mm-hmm.
Does he have any super strength? Like,
nope.
If he punches somebody, so
it's a regular ass punch.
Right, so he's going to run around the world, slap her, and then run back around.
But if you think about it, though, too, if you're that quick, you could lay several punches on somebody before they would even know what was going on.
True.
Or maybe she gives him the old rope-a-dope and then just throw to the last show. Comes in and...
Well, but here's the thing. What you got to think of is, like you said, you know, you could put a lot of punch behind a very fast speed you're going, but he's also human. That's going to break his wrist.
But she's not like. But she's still just a.
Okay, water is, if you jump in a pool, splash, you go in. But if you go in from a very, 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 high altitude, it's like hitting a brick.
But he's not hitting her any harder. He's still right there.
But if he's going fast enough, if he comes in with speed,
like he's a run punch.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's going to mess up himself.
She does have the superhuman, stamina and things like that. So she would eventually get worn down, but that's certainly slower than a human. And she does have some ability to shoot energy out of her hands and all that. But obviously, you got to try to hit somebody. So I don't know how she'd be able to actually lay any strikes on him. Right, so she could survive in space and he cannot. So I thought, would she be able to somehow get him up into space where he would not be able to survive and he would slow breathe? But I don't know how she'd get him because she couldn't lay a finger on him.
Right, unless she draws him in somehow.
Right.
So it all comes down to the tactics, the attack tactics. Now, didn't you say something about she has she basically goes into low power mode like your phone, right? If she goes into she gets low power mode where there's you don't have Siri and stuff, and it's just
she would just get tired.
You don't get all the features. You just get tired.
Yeah. If she's fighting too hard for too long, I mean, she would just and eventually get tired.
And if she's continually throwing stuff out there, trying to hit him, and he's moving and he's going in circles or whatever he's doing, and she can't hit him, she's going to get tired.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
She's got to tire herself out.
So when she gets super tired, he just comes up with a finger and just pushes her over.
Right.
Okay.
Interesting.
See, for me,
I got to say, this is going in a different way. Sorry, I was just going to say this is going a different way than I thought, because upon
me too.
Just the very basic amount that I knew of each character, I'm like, the Flash is just fast, but Captain Marvel does all this crazy shit. But
Right.
It is interesting. The one thing he has is could be really used to his advantage. I mean, go ahead, Brian.
No, I agree. I mean, when the bracket first came up, I almost instantly thought, well, there's no way Flash could be Captain Marvel just
Right.
because of her super strength and all that type of stuff. Until you start reading about the Flash's powers, it's like, well, if you can't hurt something, you can't even possibly begin to hit or touch or catch. Right. So to me, unless you have similar, anywhere close to that level of speed, which she does not. I mean, she's fast, but not anywhere near, or some type of, crazy godlike power or something like that. I don't think that she would be able to defeat the Flash in battle. I think it just, he would, you can go into a lot of semantics, I guess, but I think, she just can't do anything.
Yeah.
And he just keeps striking her. And I mean, if you want to argument out there, I mean, in theory, it's, kind of a bogus argument. He could go back in time and prevent her from being, that's all crazy stuff there. But
it definitely helps his cause that they're both mortal. If you put the Flash up against like Thor, well, you're like, yeah, well, he can keep striking him and being fast and stuff, but he's a god. I mean, it's still Thor. You know what I mean? So being the fact, I think this matchup bodes well for him because they are both mortal at the end of the day. So
what happens?
That's interesting.
What happens if he goes in circles around her? Could he create a tornado effect?
I think he's done that. I want to say that I've seen that in the comics and otherwise where he can create some type of a vortex of some sort by the speed.
If he's so fast he can go back in time, I would imagine he could whoop up a tornado probably. I would think that would be within the realm of possibility.
In
theory.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess all of this is in theory. I mean, so I guess it's given.
Yeah, but has he ever actually done it?
Right.
I don't know what it would do to her, but it could disorient her, and maybe it takes away some of her, energy ability. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah. So my edge, personally, all things considered, I don't think that Captain Marvel has enough power to. If she got one strike on him, that would probably be it. That would be it. I don't think that she can touch him, and I think I think eventually he would wear her out, and I don't think that there's enough. She has
the crazy eye thing. What is it in the movie where she rises up and she has the eye, the beams come out of her eyes?
Well, she can shoot that stuff out, but it's just as quick as you could argue you could shoot that as quick as you could look at something, but he's too fast.
He's on a whole other level.
Right. He could never. She'd never be able to lay a finger on him.
You can play like rec league basketball with somebody, be like, man, that dude's so good, he schools everybody. But when he plays against LeBron James, he's still going down. It doesn't matter how good he is. So it's kind of one of those things. I mean, the Flash is on a whole other level. She is incredible and amazing, and she could do something lickety split. But he is the Flash. He's the fastest being, as you said, in the DC universe, and it sounds like probably in Marvel too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this certainly Marvel has their Quicksilver and stuff like that. I don't know how quick he is as compared to the Flash and all that, but
I hear he's quick like Silver.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So my edge personally, I think the Flash defeats Captain Marvel. That's where I'm going with in this battle.
Yeah, boys, I got to tell you, I really, like I said, I was really leaning towards it was going to be a landslide for Captain Marvel, but after hashing it out a little bit, that one thing that he does have is pretty key. I'm trying to imagine a scenario where Captain Marvel can whip up something, but if he's that fast, he's going to be able to, dodge whatever she can throw at him. I would probably have to concur with you there, Brian. Flash.
All right, so the way I see it is this is going to be a battle, like we'd said before in the previous podcast. Mm-hmm. This is almost they're coming to this island to battle, Mortal Kombat type style, And to me, as fast as he is and as much as he could dodge, she still has the strengths and abilities she does. I think she, like you said earlier, all she needs to do is catch him with one.
How?
And I think I think it is that one lucky shot. I mean, she is quick too. Yes, he's quicker, and she has super strength, super speed, super powers. She's got, the eye thing with the beams.
Mm-hmm.
If you shoot the thing out and shoot the eye, lasers coming out and he comes through it. I don't know. I just see her at least catching one, and that's all it takes. You got to think he's human.
Mm-hmm.
She could get lucky and throw a needle in the air, and he's going so fast, it catches him. It stabs right through him. I'm just saying what you said earlier is what changed my mind, is that all it takes is that one. And I think with the power she does have and the ability she has, I think she would catch the one. So
he'd always be ahead. He would always be ahead of her. There was nothing. There's as fast as she could go. He is faster. There was nothing that she could. There's no speed that she could accomplish. Even if she
depending on what direction, though.
But so if she shoots something over here, he will see it in plenty of time and be able to easily avoid it. That's where I'm at. Unless you're saying she's going to just shoot so many beams and things out and so much energy out at the same time.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Avoid it, but he could. The thing is, again, he could see it. There's nothing she could do where he could not.
Yeah, he's that. Everything's going to look like slow motion to him.
Yeah,
like that she does, even though she's superhuman. Dean, I admire what you're saying, but it is spoken like a true Northeastern Ohio sports fan. It only takes one. You're just living on that prayer.
That's right.
I know it doesn't make any sense, but it only takes one.
No, but it got me thinking. We'll get to it. I don't know who could beat that's a whole other thing. Who could beat the Flash? That's a bigger question.
We are going to require some sort of quantum physicist to tell us how fast that actually is.
Yeah,
and that's where he gets beat. That's where everybody gets beat. I already know who wins this thing. To me, do you guys? Well, I'm saying yes. We'll discuss. And
Superman is not a lock.
Superman's not my pick.
Okay.
I think I know who I think would win.
I have my I'm not going to say it because there is a bracket that we need to go through. But as of right now, I have my pick.
Okay.
Because of exactly what you just said. You need somebody that's able to. No, I'm not even going to go into it until we get there. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
So, what you said in the previous podcast about this is that it does take 2 out of 3 because there's 3 of us. So 2 out of 3. I'm going to go with Captain Marvel on this. Okay. You two are going with Flash?
Yeah, I am.
I'm sticking with
I agree with Brian. I think he's just too fast. He's way faster than her. Even like we just said today, even though she is superhuman and she is so quick and it just takes one shot, everything is going to look like the Matrix to him. Anything that, even though they're superhuman, you're not going to catch him off guard. It's all just going to look like slow floating things to him. Everything's just, it's hard for me to imagine. And also in the interest of convincing myself upon this discussion, I feel I really didn't think I was going to pick the Flash coming into this episode, but after talking it out, it's hard for me to imagine how he loses.
I went back and forth. I mean, I wasn't like you. I was convinced that it was going to be Captain Marvel, but as you guys were discussing, you guys had me teetering. But ultimately, I'm going with Captain Marvel.
Okay.
But you two got the Flash. So looks like the Captain Marvel moves on, or the Flash moves on, right?
Yep, that's right.
All right.
And Nick, I won't put you on the spot, but do you happen to have the bracket for next time?
I do have the bracket for next time. Yes, as a matter of fact. But I also wanted to throw out there. We mentioned it on one other podcast, but I think we maybe also forgot about it ourselves. We made the bracket awkwardly, and we still need to add some characters because right now we've got 20. So we've got 10 over here, 10 over here. So, these two are going to face each other. These two are going to face each other. And this 1/5 matchup, whoever wins out of that side and on each side is going to have.
So we need 4.
They're not going to have anybody to face. Yes. So we need 4 more, one matchup for each side. So that's still a thing. If anybody's listening this far in and feels like they've got anybody that we did not add, and I'm just going to throw out the names real quick, if that's okay, just to
absolutely.
show what we got. So we've already done Iron Man versus Wonder Woman. Iron Man was eliminated. So we have Iron Man, Wonder Woman, Flash, Captain Marvel, which we're doing now. Next week, looking ahead, we will probably be covering Black Panther and Captain America. And then we also have coming up, we'll have Superman, Martian Manhunter, Vision, Thor, Raven, Shazam, Deadpool, Beast Boy, Spider-Man, Green Lantern, Doctor Strange, Wolverine, Hulk, and Batman. So if you have anybody in mind that is not one of those 20 names, feel free to submit them on any of the social media sites or email us or anything like that. Because, yeah, we'd love some input on that. Those are just the kind of 20 names that we threw out. But if anybody's got any others that we're missing or anybody that somebody's a big fan of or thinks would really hold up well in the bracket, by all means, submit them.
Now, go ahead and had we determined that it is just DC and Marvel?
Yes.
I think we
Okay.
stuck in those realms because they're the most popular. They're the most,
Because there are other superhero properties out there besides DC and
Sure.
Marvel. That's why I wanted to make
Yeah.
sure that people knew,
Yep.
who to suggest.
Believe me,
Yeah.
Spawn would be in this if I were if I was
that?
outside it. I said I would have Spawn in this from Image Comics.
Oh,
if I-
absolutely.
but, yeah, he's not one of the main two, so we left them out.
Yeah, that could be something we do later, and we do an offshoot maybe or something. Yeah, we'll keep it
Yeah.
to DC and Marvel. Keep it clean.
Well,
No villains, heroes. Go ahead.
I was thinking the next one we could do after this whole bracket's done is do superhero sex bracket. That's just a suggestion. You guys can do what you want with that.
We could probably do a lot with that. Yeah.
I like it.
Like who you prefer or who you think would be like the best at it. Is that what you mean?
Who would be the best at it? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yep.
Wonder
Yep.
Woman banging Superman. Who's going to be better? Thor banging the Hulk. Who's going to be better? That sort of thing.
Oof,
Mhm.
that's a good one.
Right. Right.
A lot of
The
veins pop.
The winner is clearly
There's a lot of
Reed,
veins.
Reed Richards is the winner. I don't know. There you go. Yeah, be hard to beat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hard
Pun
to
intended.
beat.
Yeah.
Pun intended.
Yes. Anyway, back on the rails. We're looking ahead at
Yeah.
Black Panther and Captain America for the next matchup.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Black Panther
Vibranium.
and Captain America. Okay. Yeah.
Vibranium will come into
Yeah,
play here, I'm
Vibranium.
sure. That's right.
Yeah, that's true.
Huh.
Vibranium made in Kawanda, which I believe is part of Black
Wakanda,
Panther's
yeah.
suit.
Yeah, that is
And
correct.
Captain America's shield.
That's how he got it. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun to talk about.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's a good one. That's a good matchup. Okay, so we'll do that, and we'll figure out our next topic for next week. We'll post these lists again, and yeah, good point, Nick. Just solicit your feedback out there, guys, on additional heroes to add.
Well, not just additional heroes. Listeners out there, not just additional heroes. If you got some suggestions for topics,
Yeah.
Yes.
drop them in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us what you want to hear us talk about.
Yeah,
And I've also, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Brian.
That's
I've
all right.
also liked the idea. We've Brian can fuck off for just a second. I want to say something. No, we've discussed the idea. I really like the idea. If people want to come and comment and put in votes, we've just teased Black Panther versus Captain America. If somebody has something they feel strongly about, they'd like to make a case or just put in a vote. If we get so much of one or the other, I like the idea of that counting as a vote for one of ours. And,
So, Nick,
consideration. It's a
what you're
consideration.
saying is you're asking the listeners to try to convince us.
I am asking them that.
See what I did there?
Convince
Right.
the idiots, please. And thank you.
That's right.
And while you're at it, use the hashtag convincing idiots. Make sure it gets out there. Yes.
All right. Well, so I guess that covers it, guys. Right?
Yep.
So we officially, to make it official, we have Flash moving on. They are the winner.
Bum, bum,
So
bum.
far, we have Wonder Woman and the Flash sitting in the winner's circle.
Mm-hmm.
And next week it will be either Captain America or the Black Panther. I like it.
Yes.
That's right. Okay. All right, guys, you want to take us out? So Nick, where can they find us? You want to remind us?
Yep. Go ahead.
people where to find
We are We are on YouTube and Facebook. Just search up Convincing Idiots. Please be sure to like those pages, subscribe on YouTube. Feel free to leave us any comments on those pages. We'd love to hear from you. Votes and show topics, who you'd like to see win these brackets, other superhero ideas anybody out there might have. We are also on Instagram at convincing_idiots. We are on Twitter at convincing_idiot. No S, just one idiot. And you can get a hold of us at convincingidiots@gmail.com. Come let us know what you think. So
and go find us on every platform you can. If you have Apple Podcast, if you have Google, Stitcher, anywhere you can find Spotify, anywhere you can find us. And if you have like all of those apps, subscribe to all of them.
Subscribe your mom to them. Subscribe your sister. Subscribe your kids. They don't care.
I have an idea. I'm going to suggest a pyramid scheme right now. All right, you ready for this? I need you, the listener and the viewer, to tell your friend. And you know what? Tell 3 friends. And then you tell those 3 friends to tell 3 friends of theirs. And then 3 friends of theirs.
And then when none of those people tell them, at least you told 3 people.
You did your job.
You did what you were supposed to do.
And if
you rest easy.
And if your grandmother doesn't tell her 3 friends, fuck her. But at least you did your job.
They might be dead. It's not your fault.
That's a good point. They are very old.
Wow, what a great way to...
Well, this has been Convincing Idiots. Hope you like superheroes and dead grandmas anyway.
For Convincing Idiots, I'm Dean.
I am Nick.
I am Brian. Have you been convinced?
Hello, everybody. Do you enjoy podcasts? Do you enjoy nerd culture? Do you like television, movies, sports, superhero brackets? Well, then we might have something for you to listen to, because we are 3 friends. What do you guys think? They're indifferent. Well, if you feel like you might enjoy it better than they will, go ahead and go check us out. We're Convincing Idiots. Please like us on Instagram. Give us a follow.
If you want.
No, fuck it. Let's do it over.
That's good. Don't throw it to us. You're great.
Or you can cut it off. Before I start plugging things, you could just cut it off there.
Okay.
Just do it again.
You were talking to the crowd and then assumed you were talking. We knew you were talking to us.
Yeah. When I said, "What do you guys think?" and you guys are like,
"Right."
Don't fucking care.
What does that mean? I'm waiting for you to say something else. I'm like, "What's he doing?"
All right.
And then once I realized you were talking to us, it was too late. And I'm like, "Well, this is actually pretty funny." We'll just sit here until it fucking gets weird.
That's a good blooper clip.
Yeah. So